Okay. Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. Lolly says yes, thank you, Lolly. Helga says yes, thank you, Helga. Okay, good. Well, I see. Okay, good. Zara says yes. Hello, Zara. Mary, hello, Mary. Mary says yes. Thank you for saying yes. Well, everyone, long time no see. It's been a while. I have been in the States seeing my family and friends. And so now I'm back here in Japan and we are going to do a class. Yes, we haven't done a class together for a while and I'm looking forward to it. Hannah says yes, thank you, Hannah. However, I've been super busy with the new school year is coming up here in Japan, so I have been swamped with work to do for my new classes. So today we're not going to do our usual class. Next week we'll get back into our normal schedule, but today we are going to do 3 activities. Normally we do about 5. Today we're going to do 3. All right, so before we get going, we always have a toast for good luck. So whatever you're drinking, pick it up. And we're going to have 2 toasts. Yes, 2 toasts. Our first toast, it's for the green team. Yes, you see them. Their names are in green. They support me. They support the channel. So let's give them a big thank you. For example, we see Lolly's here. We see Mary. They are on the green team. So let's give Lolly and Mary and the others on the green team a big thank you. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Okay, our second toast, it is for you because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we, I'm sorry, and because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Okay, good. Now about our class today. We're going to start with an idiom. I will write an idiom on the board, and then we will make sentences using that idiom. After that, we have more idioms. Yes, we have a worksheet, and we're going to compare 2 idioms. We're going to compare 2 idioms, and there is a worksheet. And then we're going to finish our class today on how to start a conversation. How to start a conversation, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Our first activity is an idiom, and our idiom is no spring chicken. No spring chicken. If you know what it means, write it on, well, go ahead and write it in the chat. Do you know what it means? No spring chicken. Okay, there is our idiom, no spring chicken. Do you know what it means? If you do, let us know. Oh no, Helga. Me too, Helga, me too. So I think Helga understands, she knows the meaning of the idiom, no spring chicken. How about you? Do you know? Oh, Hannah, I'll talk about my trip in a bit, okay? So I had a great trip, for sure. I saw many friends, many family members. Let's see, Helga, not young, not so energetic. Yeah, good. So, yeah, actually, anymore. Yeah, not young anymore. So I think anymore is kind of a key word there. So, not young anymore. And maybe any more kind of gives it emphasize that that person is beyond their prime. And so at one time they were young, at one time they were strong, at one time they were, I don't know, they were popular maybe, but not anymore, right? Their peak is over. Their heyday is over. Their time in the light is over, right? They are not a spring chicken anymore, okay? So we need example sentences, yeah? And my example sentence is, he is no spring chicken, but he still has a lot of energy. He is no spring chicken, but he still has a lot of energy. Okay, I'm going to write that here on the board. And let's see your example sentences. Okay, there's my sentence. He is no spring chicken, but he still has a lot of energy. Good, Hannah, thank you. We'll talk, I'll tell you more about that. Okay, let's see your sentences. He is no spring chicken, but he still has a lot of energy. Okay, good, Helga. Helga's sentence is, I'm not a spring chicken, but I work and enjoy sunny days. Good, good, good. Lolly, my grandma is no spring chicken, but she can dance all night at parties. Very good. Yeah. Nice, nice. Yeah. I like your sentences. So actually, Hannah asked about my parents. My parents are no spring chickens, but they are still working. They are still driving. My father's 92, looks the same, doing great, lives on his own, right? He doesn't need help. He works, he has a job, drives a car, plays golf all the time. His voice is still strong. His energy is, well, he has high energy and he is amazing. My mother is the same. She is still working. She is driving. She lives independently. She's 85. They are no spring chickens, but they are still doing what they want to do, right? So maybe, that's key in life, keep doing what you want to do. And if you can still do what you want to do and you feel good and you're healthy, even though you're not a spring chicken, you're doing great. Thank you, Helga. No, Mitra, I did not play golf, unfortunately. Zara, my grandfather is no spring chicken, but now he travels around the world. He travels around the world. That's great, Zara. I will, yes. Lolly, I will give them a hug for you. Thank you, Helga. Mary says, they are no spring chicken, but they like going skiing. Good. They are no spring. Okay, now they, so more than one. So chickens, okay, Mary? They are no spring chickens, but they like going skiing. Or maybe we say they like skiing. That might be better. Okay, Mary? So one more time. They are no spring chickens, but they like skiing. That sounds a little smoother, a little better. Okay, good job. Now that is great examples for using the idiom no spring chicken. You could keep going. I'm looking at the clock. So let's continue with our next activity. If you still want to make sentences, I will see them in the chat, but let's continue. And we're going to look at more idioms. Okay, Henna has a sentence. My grandmother is no spring chicken, but she's still alive. That is important. Okay, good, good. All right, so let's now go to our next activity. Now we're going to compare two idioms. We're going to compare two idioms, see how they're similar, and see how they are different. Okay, good, Mary. Mary fixed her sentence. They are no spring chickens, but they like skiing. Perfect. Okay, number 2 is comparing idioms. Okay, and our 2 idioms are make a long story short and get to the point. Yeah, get to the point. Okay, so those are the 2 idioms that we will compare, and we have a worksheet, and we will look and practice using the worksheet. And of course, my Patreon, you get all the worksheets we do here, there. So we're looking at make a long story short and get to the point. So I'm going to go ahead and put the worksheet here on the screen so we can do it together. There it is right there. So let's make it larger. There we go. Okay, so here are 2 idioms, our 2 idioms. Idiom 1, make a long story short, the meaning to tell only the main result after leaving out the small details. Okay, so we're not worried about the small details. We want the main point. Example, to make a long story short, we missed the bus and arrived late. Now, so we missed the bus, and so maybe there's lots of circumstances to that. Why did we miss the bus? We're leaving all that out, and the point is we were late. Yeah, so we arrived late. So to make a long story short, we missed the bus and arrived late. So we're going to leave out the details of how we missed the bus, and so we say, oh, I'm sorry, to make a long story short, because we don't want to keep going on and on. Sorry about that. We missed the bus and we arrived late. So sorry about arriving late. Now, get to the point, meaning to say the main idea directly without extra details. Get to the point. And please get to the point and tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. Now, the main way to look at these 2 idioms, this would be the speaker, the person speaking, right? So, we missed the bus and so we are late. Sorry about that. We're going to make a long story short. So this is the speaker, the person telling the speaker. So the focus is the speaker. And here, get to the point. That's the listener. Don't give me the details. Just get to the main point, right? So this is the listener. Okay, this is the listener's point of view, and this is the speaker's point of view. All right, so the speaker. Okay, I'm going to make a long story short, and we missed the bus, and so we are late. I apologize. So that's the speaker. And then the listener. Wait. Don't go on and on. Get to the point. Tell me the important parts. Okay? So that's the main way of looking at these 2 idioms. One from the speaker's point of view and the other from the listener's point of view. Okay, so here we go. Now, tell me your experience, okay? So let's let's chat. Let's talk about these a little bit. So, number one, when do you need to make a long story short? When do you need to make a long story short? So can you think of some examples when you might want to make a long story short? What's the situation? Perhaps where are you? Where you would make a long story short. Number two, who do you know that usually gets to the point quickly? Who do you know that usually gets to the point quickly? That could be maybe a coworker of yours. It might be someone in your family, maybe one of your friends. So think about your friends, think about your family, think about your coworkers. Do you know anyone who usually gets to the point quickly? And number three, which idiom sounds more direct? Okay. Okay, I'm looking at the chat here. Yeah, cut to the chase. Yeah, Helga, that could be, get to the point, cut to the chase. Yeah, same meaning. Okay, so when I don't have much time, perfect. So Mary, when do you need to make a long story short? Yeah, when you don't have much time, right? There are times when perhaps you're at a coffee shop and it's just you and another friend. And so you could drag on a story, you can make a long story, you could just keep talking, but maybe if you're at a party and there's lots of people and other people want to talk, right? And so it can't just be you, only you talking. So you need to make a long story short. And or maybe you have some people, some friends who don't want to hear a long story. They are impatient. They're maybe busy. They have maybe you're at work, right? You don't have much time. Maybe you have like a 10-minute coffee break. And so you need to make your story shorter. And so different situations where Mary says, we don't have much time, right? So maybe that could be a lunch break or, before you're talking in the morning at breakfast time and you have to get to work. And so you need to make a long story short. Okay, Lolly says, stop beating around the bush. Yeah, get to the point. Right, beating around the bush. Don't keep going on and on. Get to the point. Good, Lolly. Okay, Helga says the second idiom is more direct. Yeah, I agree. That's good. Yeah, yep, so Helga, good. So Helga says get to the point is the more direct idiom, and I agree with that. Zara, when I was late, so instead of, right? And so Zara, instead of making a long, instead of going on all the reasons why she was late, she needs to get to the point, right? Helga, when something happens, it's better to make a long story short. Somebody hurts, for example. Good. All right. Nice. Okay, let's go back to the worksheet. Now here we're going to fill in the idiom. Which idiom is best? Right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So which idiom is best for the sentences? Our two idioms, make a long story short, get to the point. So sentence 1, we decided not to go. So which idiom are we going to use in that first sentence? The second sentence, please, and tell me the answer. 3, he never, during meetings. 4, everything worked out in the end. Now, I think the best way for you to decide which idiom to use, think about the speaker and think about the listener. Think about the speaker and think about the listener. Okay, Lolly, number 1. To make a long story short, we decided not to go. Yeah. That is the speaker, right? We decided not to go. That is the person speaking. Yep, good, good, Helga. Yep, okay, good. Zara, you got it too. Okay, Helga. Please get to the point and tell me the answer. Yeah, so that's going to be the listener's point of view, right? That will be the listener's point of view. Good, Helga. See, so number one is make a long story short. We decide two. Actually, number one, we want to start with two. Yeah, good. So number one, to make a long story short, we decided not to go, right? So those are that number one is the speaker. And then two, please get to the point and tell me the answer, right? That is the listener's point of view. Like, don't make the story too long. Yeah, good, good, Lolly. Please get to the point. Helga, number three. Good. Mary, number three. He never makes. So we want makes there. He never makes a long story short during meetings. Okay, now Lolly says he never gets to the point during the meetings. So number three, I think we want to say he never gets to the point during meetings. So never. So I think number two would be number three is the listener's point of view. Okay, so number three, I think it's the listener's point of view because he could be the boss, right? So he never gets to the point during meetings, right? So going on and telling these long stories. So from the listener's point of view, it's a negative. He never gets to the point during meetings. The boss or the manager just keeps talking and talking, and it's a boring, meetings are boring. No one wants to be at a meeting, right? And so I think number three, we want to use to the point, right? He never gets to the point. And it's the listener's point of view. All right, so number three, he never gets to the point during meetings. Okay, number four, Lolly, you have to make the story short. Everything worked out at the end. Yeah, to make a long story short, actually, Lolly, yeah. To make a long story short, everything worked out in the end. And again, that is the speaker's point of view, right? So it's the person talking, and let's see, right? So to make a long story short, everything worked out in the end. Yep. Good, good, Lolly. Nicely done. Now let's go here. So, okay, so let's go over, let's review. Number one, to make a long story short, we decided not to go. Number two, please get to the point and tell me the answer. Number three, he never gets to the point during meetings. Number four, to make a long story short, everything worked out in the end. Okay, good, Lolly. Okay, now we have our last part here is for you to make your own sentences. Yeah? So make a sentence, one sentence, make a long story short, and the other sentence, get to the point. And then the key results here, are the key differences. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, gotta make it a little bit smaller here. Whoa, smaller. Smaller, smaller. Okay, there we go. All right, so the key differences: make a long story short, give only the main result after a long story, and summarizing, it's more casual. Get to the point, say the main idea directly without extra details. The tone is direct, sometimes impatient, right? Come on, please get to the point. And yeah, so tone is how you say it, right? You might hear, you know, the tone of your voice, how you say it. If you're angry, you know, you have an angry tone. How can you do that? Or, you know, if it's a joke, your tone is going to be a more friendly tone, right? So how you use your voice. Are you going to use it strongly? Are you going to use it softly, right? So how are you going to use your voice? That is the tone. And so the tone here is, for make a long story short, summarizing. Summarizing. Kind of give a shorter version, right? Summarize, give a shorter version where people understand what you're talking about, but you're not explaining every detail. And then your voice is more casual, and then get to the point. The tone is more direct, sometimes impatient, right? So this is the listener's point of view. So come on, get to the point, right? So maybe you're going to be a little more impatient. You're going to be a little more direct when you're asking someone. Get to the point. Okay, so let's see your sentences. Yeah, so let's see a sentence using make a long story short, and let's see a sentence using get to the point. Okay. Oh, Marcos. Hello, Marcos. Okay, Hannah. Here is Hannah's sentence. I have to make this brief. I have to make this brief because I need to leave. Okay, so cut to the chase and tell me about your not spring chicken grandma. Okay, good, Hannah. Zara, don't talk too much. Get to the point. Good, Zara. Okay, so Zara used get to the point. Helga, I like people who quickly get to the point. Good, Helga. Nice sentence. Lolly, to make a long story short, everybody was sad after this drama. Okay? Okay, so let's see, Lolly. Let me think about your sentence here. To make a long story short, everybody was sad after this drama. Oh, okay, so drama. What is the drama? So I need Lolly, I need a little more detail. What is the drama? So please do it again. Tell us what the drama is. Hold on, Helga. I need a cough. I have hay fever. Okay, sorry about that. It's spring here in Japan, and it's hay fever season. Okay, Helga, your first sentence. she never makes a long story short, so we have to listen to her for hours. Okay, good. Yeah, Helga. Is that your first sentence? She never makes a long story short, so we have to listen to her for hours. That's a good sentence. I like that one. And then your second sentence, Helga, I like people who quickly get to the point. Very good. Okay, Marcos, to make a long story short, we missed the flight because of traffic jam. Yeah, perfect, Marcos. We just have to make a little change here, Marcos. To make a long story short, we missed the flight because of a traffic jam. A traffic jam. Or you can say the traffic. Yeah, a traffic jam's better. Okay, Lolly, spring is around the corner in France. Yeah, well, spring is here in Japan, and I have hay fever. Okay, I'm going to turn on the timer, okay? So let's make sentences using make a long story short and get to the point. Let's go 2 minutes. I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock. Please write your sentences in 2 minutes, and then we will do our next activity after this. Okay, so here we go. 2 minutes is on the clock, and go. Make your sentences. Okay, Lolly, stop beating around the bush. Get to the point. Yes. Okay, okay, Hannah says, I don't get the first one. Can you please explain? So, make a long story short. Okay, so, Hannah, so this is the speaker. The point of view is the speaker. And so instead of giving all of the information, you just summarize it. You don't tell the whole story. You say, oh, I'm late. Or you could say, to make a long story short, we missed the bus, and so that is why we are late. Okay, so you're leaving out the details. You're not explaining everything. You're just saying the main point. All right, so to make a long story short, we got here by walking. We got here by walking, and so I didn't tell you all the reasons why. So I just made a long story shorter because maybe we don't have much time, or I don't want to explain everything. Maybe sometimes, you know, your mother, your father, they want to know all the details, but you don't feel like telling them all the details. So you just say, to make a long story short, I got here just in time. To make a long story short, I got here just in time, right? So you're leaving out all the details. And this is the speaker's point of view, right? The speaker is saying, to make a long story short, I got here just in time. So I'm leaving out a lot of the details, a lot of the information, and just telling you, I just got here, or I got here just in time. Okay. Okay, good, Hannah. Let's see, I'm going to read the last few sentences, and then we're going to go to our next activity. Let's see, Lolly, get to the point. I'm running out of time. Good. Right, so Lolly is listening. Right, so this is a good sentence by Lolly. So the listener's point of view, right? So get to the point. I'm talking to the person. I'm running out of time. So I don't want to hear your long story. I'm running out of time. I have to go. So get to the point. That is the listener's point of view. Yeah, so I have hay fever. It's not so bad. I do not take medicine. I don't like taking medicine. So I just struggle. I endure. Okay, good, Hannah. Marcos, get to the point. why you're always late. Okay, Marcos. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Marcos. Get to the point. Why are you always late? Okay, you can say, yeah, okay, you can say, Marcos, get to the point. Why are you always late? Get to the point. Why are you always late? We can do that. Get to the point. Why are you always late? Yeah, yeah. Okay, good, good, good. All right, Helga. All right, so let's now go to our next activity. Our clock, our timer went off. Now, our next activity, this is number 3, and we're going to talk about starting a conversation. Starting a conversation. Number 3. Put that right here. And we're going to say, I don't know. Let's call it tips. Tips for starting a conversation. And maybe with someone you don't know. Tips for starting a conversation. Tips for starting a conversation with someone you don't know. Right? So maybe, you know, it maybe not a problem to start a conversation with a friend, of course, with a family member, with a coworker, with a classmate. But a stranger, that's a little more difficult. You don't know that person and you're going to start a conversation. So that is a little more difficult. And so we're going to think a way to start a conversation with a stranger, with someone you don't know. It's best to start with, talk about what you see. Okay, talk about what you see, what you hear, or experience now. Okay, so talk about what you see now, talk about what you hear now, talk about what you experience now. So, for example, maybe you're in a supermarket line. You're waiting to check out your groceries, right? Pay for your groceries, pay for your food that you want in the supermarket. And maybe there's a line. And a lot of times people start a conversation because they're just waiting in line. It's boring. Instead of just being silent, you mention something to someone in front of you or behind you. And so you're going to, you know, talk about what you see. Like, oh, boy, this is a long line. I can't believe how long this line is, right? So you start up a conversation. What you hear, like, oh, I can't believe maybe there's a long line because the cashier and that customer with the cashier, they're having a fight. They're having an argument maybe. And so the cashier is not checking through the food, right? Because the customer and the cashier are talking, maybe they're arguing. And so like you're hearing an argument and you can't believe it, right? So you talk to someone in line. Can you believe they are having an argument? We have to get going, right? And so you're hearing what is happening. And then experience, right? So you're waiting in line in the supermarket and you're experiencing the same thing the other person is experiencing, right? So you're sharing an experience together with a stranger. You don't know that person, but you and that other person are sharing the same experience, the same situation, so you can talk about that, right? And so with a stranger, it's best to start your conversation what you see or what you hear or what you experience now at that time. Okay, and so let's talk about three situations, three steps here. One, start with a situation. Okay, so remember, so the line in the supermarket, that's the situation. You're waiting in line, and that is your situation. And so it's comment plus situation. Okay, so the situation is waiting in line at the supermarket, and you can make a comment like, oh boy, this is taking forever. I can't believe how long the line is today. So you're making a comment on the situation. Why is the line moving so slowly, right? And the other person is feeling the same thing, right? You're sharing the same experience. So comment plus situation, right? So you're making a comment. So a comment is like, it's not a full sentence. You're just expressing how you feel, right? And it's usually negative. It's usually negative. You know, a long line at the supermarket. What could be another situation? Maybe you are at the doctor's office, right? And there's lots of people waiting to see the doctor. And so the situation, waiting for the doctor, you're in the waiting room, and you're gonna make a comment to someone next to you. And then number two, ask an easy question. Ask an easy question. Okay, and then that's going to be comment plus easy question. Okay, so again, easy question. So an easy question, when you ask an easy question, the person can respond to you easily, right? So not a personal question, not a question about, oh, where do you live? No, or how old are you? No, just an easy question about the situation, right? Like, do you come here often, right? Or, so then the person can answer easily, right? So your easy question is for the other person to answer your easy question. So not a difficult question, not a personal question, just an easy question about the situation, right? So comment about the situation, and then ask an easy question. Like, I can't believe, are you, you know, can you, let's see, so you're waiting in the supermarket. Boy, so you can make a comment about the situation. Boy, this line is taking forever. And then your easy question is, have you experienced this before? Or do you come to this, is this your normal supermarket, right? So it's an easy question about the situation. And then our third, number three, the last one, is show interest and continue. Show interest and continue. Okay, so show interest. So that's very important when you start a conversation with someone you don't know. Show interest, right? So you ask an easy question and then you show interest in their answer, right? Like, again, okay, let's say we are waiting in line in the supermarket. It's a long line. It's moving slowly. You make a comment like, I can't believe how long this line is taking, right? You're making a comment on the situation. And then you ask an easy question. Do you come here often? And then they say, oh, yes. And then you show interest. Oh, really? What days do you come here? Or, oh, really? Do you recommend this supermarket? So you're showing interest in that person's answer, right? So you ask an easy question, and then when they answer your easy question, you show interest and enthusiasm. And then the other person feels comfortable with you, right? Because you are showing interest in their answer. So, yeah. And then response plus follow up. Oh, no space. I'm going to try to write it under there. Response plus follow up. Right? So that's important. Follow up. You know, ask another easy question, right? So show interest. Follow up, ask another easy question. And then the conversation happens naturally and it continues, right? So you continue by showing interest. It's easy to continue that conversation, okay? So I'm going to, let's review one more time here. Okay, so tips for starting a conversation with someone you don't know. Talk about what you see, right? So you're in the same place together, right? Maybe a supermarket, maybe you're at a doctor's office together, maybe you're at a park together. So you're together, but you don't know the person, right? So talk about what you see, right? Because you can see and that person can see the same thing, right? So it's easy to have a conversation because you are in the same place. What you hear, what you experience, right? It could be, you know, a bad situation, for example. And then our 1, 2, 3 here, start with a situation, comment plus situation. So comment on what's happening, and then ask an easy question, and then respond, show interest in your response, and follow up with another question. So I'm going to write an example sentence here, or I'm going to write an example conversation, and then I want you to make your own conversations, okay? So here, the situation, we're at a park. Okay, at a park, and then A says, it's a beautiful day. Okay, it's a beautiful day. B says, yeah, it is. Okay, A says, do you come here often? B says, sometimes on weekends. A says, oh, nice. Oh, nice. Do you live nearby? Okay, so let's look at this conversation, and then I want you to make your own conversation. Okay, so we're at a park, and so you're with people. Maybe, you know, you have children, and your children are playing, so you go to the park so your children can play, right? And so you're sitting on the bench, you're watching your children play, or your child, and so there's other mothers or other fathers, and they're strangers to you, but you're sharing the same experience, you're at the same place, right? So you're seeing the same thing, you're hearing the same thing, you're experiencing the same thing because you're together. So, for example, at the park, two mothers, two fathers, it's a beautiful day, right? So you're commenting on the situation, right? It's a beautiful day. The sun is out, the sky is blue, right? The temperature is good. So it's a beautiful day. And then B says, yeah, it is, right? Yeah, of course. They respond, yeah, it is. And then now you're going to ask an easy question. Do you come here often, right? That now you're going to ask an easy question. Do you come here often? And then B response, sometimes on weekends. And then you're showing interest. Oh, nice. Do you live nearby? And so you're going to continue. You're following up, right? Oh, nice. So you're showing interest. Oh, nice. Do you live nearby? So now you're continuing. You're showing interest, and you are following up on their response, right? Sometimes on weekends, oh, nice. Do you live nearby? Okay, so let's practice, right? So what do you see? Okay, so for your example conversation in the chat, think about, where are you? Are you at a park? Are you at a supermarket? Are you at a doctor's office? Are you at a new job? Maybe you have new coworkers, or maybe you are in a class with new students, or maybe you are you joined a sports club, and so here we have new people. And so again, you're seeing the same thing, you're hearing the same thing, you're experiencing the same thing. So you're going to start a conversation. And so how are you? So first think about where you are, and then what do you see? So think first, okay, in a doctor's office. Okay, what do you see in the doctor's office? What do you hear in the doctor's office? What are you experiencing in the doctor's office? So think about that, and then it's easier perhaps for you to make your conversation, right? And so you're going to comment on the situation. If you're at the doctor's office, what do you see? Maybe you see some paintings on the wall, right? So if you go to a doctor's office and you're sitting on, in a chair, and in the office there are pictures, there's artwork maybe. So what do you see? What are you hearing at the doctor's office? Maybe children are crying. What are you hearing? And then what are you experiencing? Are you experiencing a long waiting time? Are you experiencing, I don't know, you're maybe everyone's sick, right? You're in the doctor's office because everyone is sick. And so what are you experiencing? So I'm going to look at the chat now and see how you are doing, see how your conversation is going. Okay, Lolly, let's see. So Mary says, in the US, it's okay to have short conversations in a line. Yes, people do that. Here in Japan, it doesn't happen often, Mary, but when I just got back, right? I was in California for 3 weeks, and I had conversations with strangers. Yeah. Okay, Lolly says, it's freezing today, isn't it? Yes, but yesterday it was snowing all day. Oh, really? I wasn't here yesterday. Yeah, very good, Lolly, right? So, okay, so the situation is the weather. Maybe you're outside in a park. You're making a comment, right? You're making a comment on the situation, right? It's a cold day, and then, oh, really? You're showing interest in what the response was, yes, yesterday it was snowing all day. And then now you're showing interest, right, Lolly? Good. Oh, really? I wasn't here yesterday. That's good. Oh, okay, Henna. They are growing up too fast, right? So I think Henna's situation is at a park, right? And the mothers are watching the children play. And so commenting on the children, oh, they grew up too fast. So that is a good conversation starter for sure, Henna. Helga, the weather is nice today, isn't it? Yes, it is. They say it's going to be sunny all this week, right? So good. So commenting on the shared experience, right? What you are experiencing, right? The weather. Because we all experience the weather. If you're outside, you are experiencing the weather. Very good. Okay, I'm going to put some time on the clock, and then after we do this, on top of the chat, there's a white box. In the white box, there's a sentence. Choose the best word for the sentence. So I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. So in 5 minutes, we will do the quiz on top of the chat. So in the next 5 minutes, write your conversation. Where are you? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you experiencing, right? So that's how you're going to make your conversation. So I'm going to put 5 minutes here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Marcos. In a gas station. Okay, good. Oh, yeah. That very topical. Right now, the gasoline in Japan, everywhere, it's going up because of the Iran situation. So very good, Marcos. So in a gas station, very topical. Gas prices are soaring, aren't they? Yeah, it's war again. I'm not worried. I don't even have a car. Or maybe people are going to start deciding to get an electric car. Don't need gas with an electric car, or bicycle, or walking, or take the bus. But even they'll probably raise the price on the bus fare. Who knows? But for sure, gas prices are shooting. Okay, or soaring. That's better. Soaring. Helga, at the playground. Your girl is lovely. Thank you. She likes to play here. Very good. See, easy. You can make conversations with a stranger, right? No problem. Okay, Mary at a park. Your dog is so cute. Thanks. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have 2 cats and a parrot, but I would like to have a dog. Very good, Mary. See, it's not difficult to do this, right? We just have to think about where we are, what are we seeing, what are we hearing, what are we experiencing, right? And then these 3 steps, start with a situation, comment on the situation, ask an easy question, and then follow up, show interest. Okay, Zara, do you know this doctor? Okay, so we're at a doctor's office. So Zara's sitting here, and then the person next to her, and so she asks, oh, do you know this doctor? The other person says, it's my first time seeing him. Is he good? I want to know more about him before I go in. Very good. Henna, I thought I read your sentence, no? Maybe you have a disappearing sentence, Henna. Because I'm pretty sure because your sentence you wrote, they are growing up too fast. So you might have to do it again if that's not your sentence, Henna. So one more time. Yeah, I don't see it, Henna. One more time. Okay, Lolly's sentence. Okay, we're at a supermarket. This supermarket is always crowded, isn't it? Yes, because the produce, because the products are great. Yes, and not very expensive, right? Yesterday I bought some veggies. They were delicious. Yeah, very good. Yep, nice, good, Lolly. That's easy to talk with a stranger, right? That commenting about what you see, what you are doing in the supermarket, right? Okay, we got about another minute. And then we will do, you're welcome, Lolly. Then we will do the quiz on top of the chat. Today is a shorter day. I just got back a few days ago. I got back on Friday, but I had jet lag and because I was gone for 3 weeks, I have a lot of work to do, and so I wasn't able to prepare like normal. Okay, Helga, have you ever tried this salami? Yes, it's quite good. Yeah, good. So just an easy question. That is good. It's a good conversation starter, right? Ask an easy question about what you see. Ask an easy question about what you hear. Ask an easy question about what you're experiencing. Okay, that's 5 minutes. Okay, Baran, hello, Baran. Baran is in a museum, okay? So the situation is in a museum, the situation. And, okay, looking at a painting. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, so, oh, this painting is amazing. You are the painter. Wait. You are the painter has a deep thinking. Okay. The painter has a deep thinking, or let's see. Baran, we have to change a little bit. Are you into painting? Okay, so maybe A, right? Oh, this painting is amazing. And then B would say, yes, this painter has some deep thoughts, maybe. This painter has lots of deep thoughts. And then, oh, are you into painting? Oh, yes, it's my hobby. I do it every weekend. Oh, that's amazing. I would like to see your paintings. Oh, I'm not that good. Oh, I bet you are an excellent painter. Oh, thank you very much. And then, oh, I have some pictures of my painting. And then, or you could say, oh, do you have any pictures of your paintings? Oh, actually, I do. Here on my phone, here are some of my paintings on my phone, right? And so it's an easy way to start a conversation with a stranger, with someone you do not know, and you ask easy questions and you show interest in their responses, right? When you ask an easy question and they give you their answer, show interest and then follow up with another question. And so there you take the conversation longer and longer. Okay, good job. Well, I will be back. Today is Tuesday, right? I'll be back on Thursday at 10 a.m. and then on Sunday, 10 a.m. Okay, so today's Tuesday. We started at 5. I'll be back on Thursday, 10 a.m. Okay? Let's see, Henna, is this your first time in a plane, or actually we say flying. Is this your first time flying? Okay, this is good because when you are on an airplane, perhaps you don't know the person next to you. If you are flying alone and you're sitting next to someone who you don't know, right? And so this is perfect, Hannah. So is this your first time flying? Yes. Don't worry, everything is going to be okay. So is this your first time flying? Yes. Don't worry, everything is going to be okay. Thanks. Nice to meet you. Yeah, so that's perfect. That's great. So you're sitting next to each other. You can't move, and you have maybe a few hours together on the airplane. So it's important to have a easy conversation, and you want to talk about what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're experiencing, right? So on an airplane, you're going to the same place, right? So you don't know the person sitting next to you, but you are going to the same destination, right? That airplane is going, you're all going to the same place. Maybe you're going to a different country. Maybe you're going to a different city. Maybe you're going to somewhere on holiday. And so it's a good way to have a conversation, right? Comment on what you're going to do, right? Okay, perfect. All right, so we will we can do more about this. Maybe I'll make a video of this in more detail, more practice. Okay, so for now, let's now go to our quiz on top of the chat. So on top of the chat, there is a white box. In the white box, there is a sentence. In the sentence, there's a missing word. Choose the best word for the sentence. So let's check out the quiz here. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for the quiz? All right, the sentence is, she broke the project into small parts to make it more. One more time. She broke the project into small parts to make it more. Okay, choose the best word. Is it stressful? Is it confusing? Is it manageable? Is it impossible? Does this sentence go like this? She broke the project into small parts to make it more stressful. She broke the project into small parts to make it more confusing. She broke the project into small parts to make it more manageable. She broke the project into small parts to make it more impossible. Stressful, confusing, manageable, impossible. Choose the best word. Good luck. All right. Let's see your answers here. Hannah says, Helga says, she broke the project into small parts to make it more manageable. Yes. Mary says manageable. Hannah says manageable. Lolly, she broke the project into small parts to make it more manageable. Yes, good. That is the best word for the sentence. Good, good, good. So the sentence is, she broke the project into small parts to make it more manageable, right? So meaning that just doing the whole thing, it could be overwhelming, but just break it into steps, break it into parts. Kind of don't do the whole thing as one. Take it into parts. Finish this, finish that, finish the other, and then it's all put together. So manageable meaning doable, achievable. Doable, achievable, manageable. You can get it done. Yeah. Okay, great job, everyone. Thank you so much. I've been gone for a long time, so thank you for being here with me. And I will not be on vacation for a long time. So I will not take a long break for a while. So I will be here every week. And so I hope you will come and see me every week here too. You're welcome, Helga. Yeah, Lolly, step by step. Yep. So do the project step by step. Exactly. Good, Lolly. Helga, thank you. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. And like I said, I'll be here. I'll be back on Thursday. I hope you will join me on Thursday. Please come to my channel every day, yeah? And I'm starting to upload videos now again. And also become part of the green team. Join the channel, support me so I can support you. For all the worksheets you see here, like for example, our comparing idioms is on my Patreon there. So support me on Patreon and get all the worksheets we do here. And of course, Amazon.com for my books. Okay, Hannah, thank you. Mary, thank you. Green team, thank you. So today we had Marcos and Lolly and Mary. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being on the green team. Okay, good, Hannah. When did the party start? Today it started at 5 Japan time. So we started about an hour and 15 minutes ago. But now we are finished. But usually we go till, usually it's about 2 hours, but today we're having a little shorter class today. Is that Peter? Hello, Peter. Baran, you're welcome, Baran. Okay, let's count down and say goodbye together, all right, until next time. All right, so I want to say love and peace to you and your family. Be safe, stay healthy, and always smile. Okay, so let's count down and say goodbye together. Okay, good. Here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love and peace to you and your family. Smile, be safe, stay healthy, and I will see you soon. Okay, thank you so much. Take it easy. Bye. Thank you.